following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, this is Ken Gidge, and this is The Art of Politics. I've said this before, and it's true. The only show of its type in New Hampshire, maybe, well, New Hampshire at least, where there's a Republican and a Democrat, or Democrat, Republican, Republican, or Democrat, Democrat, you understand. Our co-host, and has been a co-host for probably about 4 weeks now, is Representative Baldasaro.
Ken, it's always a pleasure there. Yeah. I'm glad to see we have one of your Democrat friends here today.
This is
That's
right. Well, this is a kind of famous man. This is Socrates.
Yes, yes.
See, Socrates spoke.
You kind of look like each other.
Yeah, wait. Socrates spoke to Plato. Plato wrote it down. Plato taught Aristotle. Aristotle taught Alexander the Great. That's true. And after that, everything went to hell because Alexander the Great tried to take over most of the world. But here is Socrates. He's been here a while. They've asked me to take him home because I don't want to break him. And I thought, well, we'll give him one last look. Socrates.
Well, that's good. You know, he reminds me of the perfect Democrat. He's just going to sit there, be quiet, not say nothing, right?
Yeah, let me tell you something. Right. I'd love to have him as a Democrat.
Yeah.
But you know what he said about philosopher ruler, which meant politics, all right? Philosopher ruler. Now, would you say politics is the main thing in your life?
No, I wouldn't.
What is the main thing in your life?
My family.
Your family.
Right.
Okay. I've talked to people and they'll say politics. You're correct. It is family. But the thing that you do the most is politics.
Right.
You don't really have a hobby.
Right.
Politics.
Hobby, yeah. Politics and beaches.
Okay.
My
Politics and beaches. All right. So what Socrates said was the perfect philosopher ruler meant politician would be somebody who doesn't like basically politics, can't wait, can't wait to get home, hate to leave the house, and when it's over, it's over. See, this is the perfect politician.
I like him then. Yeah, he's all right because I can't wait to get home either. You know, my bride's Nami, once she gets home, we hang out together and do everything together. And at the same time, she goes with me involved with the politics.
She's a
hard
Republican.
price to pay. She's a Republican. It's a hard price to pay to be one of the finest.
Yeah, well, what are they? Are you Republicans? I'll tell you, it's just a group of yahoos of late that are really bizarre. Now, come on now, you must admit.
Just think, if it wasn't for us yahoos, those little turds wouldn't be around.
Oh,
right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means.
There's another word that I would use, but I didn't. I said yahoos because we're on TV.
Now you were
and
checking.
His children probably watch.
You were checking something on your computer.
I was sitting here. I was interested in seeing what your voting record was for America for Prosperity, which is a Liberty group. That's a national group. There, their report card just came out.
Hold on. Let's get this straight. All right, that is the most radical political group in the United States. If I got 10 or 15% with them, shame on me as a Democrat.
Well, you got a 7%.
A 7. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you got a 7. Congratulations.
A 7%.
Because most of their votes are liberty. I mean, if you're so motivated over that 7%, because the votes in there are having your hands in people's pockets, government in their house,
Will you stop
Medicaid, free,
you guys
free
keep saying
everything.
that. That's just not true.
So you're happy with this.
You know
what my score was?
What?
My score was a 90. No, I'm sorry, it was 100%. 100%.
You don't even know the difference between 90 and 100%.
I had to think about that.
You don't even know.
I had to look and see.
They got guys who can't even count.
I got an A.
You're a politician.
Let me put it this way. No, I'm not a politician. A politician means I'd have to kiss your butt, to get a vote. I tell you like it is. Either you vote for me or you don't.
No, you're talking about the people who vote for you.
That's right.
You're not talking about the
That's why I'm not a politician. Because I tell it like it is.
You're not a politician.
All you Democrats cry that I intimidate you.
When they say politician, okay, your face, Brian's face, and I got a 7% from that Yahoo group. I'm sorry.
You got an F, a failing grade.
I apologize. 7% is much too much. I wouldn't want to be on that.
You got a failing grade voting for people's liberty, people's rights.
Oh, right. Okay, how come you only got a 90? You got a 90. What did you vote for?
Okay,
what did you vote
I
for?
voted against the gas tax. I voted against oil tax. I voted against Medicaid expansion. You voted for all the above except the gas tax. That's what your 7% was.
Medicaid expansion is for 48,000 people who do not have insurance.
Let's not even beat that.
61% are women. Republicans are having a problem with women, and there you are. You voted against it. Shame.
22 to 25,000 of those people that didn't have insurance were kicked off their insurance because of Obamacare.
Would you like to bet?
Yeah, what do you want to bet?
You want to bet. You made a comment.
22,000 to 25,
before. 22,000 got kicked off.
Well, kicked off, yes.
To go to Obamacare.
Yes, no.
Because of
Obamacare. Yes, get it right.
All right. Now, why did they lose their insurance to go to Obamacare?
Because the insurance company, the way the law was written, their insurance company was not. The Cadillac plans had to be changed or switched out. They weren't properly. So because of the law, they had to comply. No, you sit on Congress.
Socrates, I'm telling you, he doesn't necessarily.
Socrates is a smart one. He's sitting there being quiet. Unlike you.
He's listening. Just now, 400 years before Christ.
If somebody's watching this here show, okay, which I'm sure we have quite a few people that want to watch, and they'll do a Google search while you're sitting there with your laptop there, and do a Google search to how many people lost insurance, health insurance in New Hampshire. I'll bet you there was an article there from the union leader that said 22,000, but I believe we're up to 25 or 27 now.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
You got that's. You know something? I try to use statistics.
Yes, you do.
That are kind of uplifting.
The Ken Gidge statistics.
Republican, all right, office holders who have been elected. You don't say anything good. Everything is down. You have no plan. All you say is the same thing, and you keep, the Democrats have their hands in your pocket, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, they do this. They're so bad. Is there anything good?
Did we really need the gas tax?
Anything good? Wait a minute. Tell me anything good that Obama has done.
Wow, I got to think about this. Geez, you really put me on the spot. I can't think of too much.
Stop 2 wars?
I can't. Wait, no, he did not stop.
He
did not stop 2 wars.
When he came in, it was 750,000 people lost their jobs that month. Now we have, 200,000 jobs a month?
That is a bunch of BS.
Tell me.
That is a bunch of BS.
Did he do good?
In January 31st, 2014, New Hampshire Insider article wrote, 22,000 grand in state has lost their insurance. Black and white. Just the facts, my friend. But anyways, let's get back to what you were talking about. 22,000.
They lost their insurance by what?
22,000 grand in state has lost their insurance.
Why?
Obamacare.
I know, but why did they lose it? You just don't say Obamacare.
I'll have to bring out the article.
Wait a minute. Did that come from your Yahoo Republican? I mean, even Republicans don't even look. This is so conservative.
Isn't the New Hampshire Insider a nonpartisan?
This makes the Tea Party look bad. This organization is awful.
Is the New Hampshire Insider a nonpartisan? I'm not sure. Aren't they nonpartisan?
What?
New Hampshire Insider? They're not like the granite rock. I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
But anyways, it's
I
right
try,
there.
I don't
Citizens
get
for a Strong New Hampshire wrote the article. Senator Jean Shaheen hides behind a telethon hall meeting.
There we go.
Okay, over the 22,000 people lost their insurance.
Will you
don't believe Al Baldasaro?
Stop it.
Look,
and by the way, this is a Republican elected official, and I'm not going to say Republican vote. I'll say elected official who does nothing. The Republicans, especially, stop. I got a 7 from this organization.
I can see.
That's absolutely wonderful. And you know that Congress is down to 13%. That means that twice this.
You know something?
Well, hold on. Wait a second.
Yeah.
They're 13. I'm 7. You know what that says about the Congress of the United States of America? It says it's the worst. It's the worst. They hate Republicans. They hate Democrats. They hate us. They don't like us. And the reason why they hate us and they don't like us is we get nothing done. Democrats try. Republicans stand in the way.
Now?
And it goes on and on and on. It's got to stop, Al.
I agree.
It's got to stop.
Then keep your hands out of people's pockets and let's live within our means. Let's stop taking away people's quality of life. Let them spend their own money. Let them make their own choices.
All right. Wait. You said this
Why are you raising
last
your voice
time
at me anyways?
when you guys
this isn't like you. You're trying
were
to get like
a
me?
super majority. You said the same thing.
I think he's trying to intimidate me.
You got in there. All of a sudden, as a super majority, you did every single thing you wanted. You got it. You got everything voted down. You were the super majority, and the people of the state of New Hampshire threw the Republican Party out from the supermajority. So you guys ought to stop saying same thing, and you guys ought to start doing something.
Now let's talk about the 4 years before we became the supermajority when they kicked the Democrats out for 4 years of tax and spending, of over 17% budget increases, over more and more deficit spending, over operational funds off a credit card.
Wait a minute.
Operating the state.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Recession? Worldwide recession?
Oh, here we go. Blame Bush.
Recession. Gee,
look at the numbers in New Hampshire.
$2 trillion on wars.
Look at the numbers in New Hampshire where we stood with the rest of the country.
You're talking about people raising taxes.
Nobody
raised taxes.
Let's talk New Hampshire
here in New
economy.
Hampshire. We're so cheap. Do you know a liberal here in New Hampshire is a conservative everywhere else in the United States?
No, he's not. A liberal in New Hampshire is a socialist, in my opinion, or a communist.
Oh.
Because in my opinion, a liberal here in New Hampshire is just another name for a progressive. Or progressive now is another name for the liberal. Read my lips. A communist or a socialist. Because they want to redistribute people's money.
Keep it on him.
Keep it on him. They want to redistribute people's money.
So
they want more
Democrats
regulations.
Are socialists.
No, wait, I didn't say Democrats.
Oh, okay.
I said liberals.
Who are Democrats.
Yes, because I have some good Democrat friends.
And communist?
Yes, liberals.
A social and communist.
Liberals, yes. I'm saying it again, liberals. Because I was a Democrat for many years under Tip O'Neill, Ted Kennedy, yes. I left the Democrat Party because I got so tired of them taxing the working people, because people with deep pockets, no big deal. But when you tax more money in cigarettes, in food, in gas, in oil, who does that affect? The working people. You Democrats don't get it. I left the Democrat Party because I got tired of seeing it happen.
Well, I don't blame you for leaving the Democratic Party. You think they're socialists and you think they're communists.
Liberals.
Liberals. You just heard it yourself. From a representative.
From Londonderry, get that right.
When I tell you that some of these, not Republican voters, but Republican people that you voted in are a little... He just said that you out there, and if you're
a liberal, I consider you a communist or a socialist. Yes. And I'll say it again.
Say it again.
If you don't like it, don't vote for me. Okay?
No.
How's that?
So liberals are socialists and communists.
The way they are, the way they act, the way they vote, you're damn right they are. You at least voted against the gas tax because you felt for your people in your district.
Excuse me.
You had a heart.
No, I'm so happy.
Did you have a heart?
You said.
Wait, did you vote for the gas tax?
Democrats are socialists.
This will be all over the state tomorrow.
I am so happy How
No,
can you make such
I
a
didn't
blunder?
say Democrats.
Last week you talked about the
liberals.
woman's bathroom.
Liberals.
This week we're socialists. I mean,
I said
give me a break.
liberals are not like years ago.
No, please, is that camera on you? Go ahead.
Liberals, I didn't say Democrats.
No.
Because some good
hurry
Democrats
up, hurry up.
out there. Liberals are socialist communists.
And all right, okay.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah,
'Cause
oh boy.
He's not
Yeah,
listening.
we got Socrates today, boy. I'll tell you.
He keeps running his mouth with no facts, though.
Oh, I just love you guys.
The only tax that you didn't vote for.
You got.
Am I right? Can you answer my question? The only tax that you did not vote for was the gas tax because it was political, you said. But you voted for every other tax. Yeah, do you live in a well-to-do district?
Excuse me. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I voted for probably a tax, and by the way, a lot more Republicans voted to get rid of the tax break for cigarettes. It was almost it was the worst thing that had been done that anybody can point to. $40 million loss.
I have to disagree with you.
Guys.
Do you know that tax? You did a feel good on the trade. There was a trigger in that tax.
A feel good?
Yeah, because you all said, "Oh, we voted off the
trigger."
The O'Brien. There was a trigger
What was
on
the trigger?
The trigger on the 10-cent gas tax was if the state did not make a certain amount on the gas tax. I mean, not on the gas, on the cigarette tax, then the 10 cents would go back in.
Okay.
That was part of the bill.
And why didn't it go back in?
Did you? It was going back in. You all put before the trigger kicked in.
Nice try.
Before the trigger kicked in, you all brought up legislation to repeal.
Nice try.
Because you repealed it a few months before the trigger was to kick in.
We couldn't do. The first year we lost $20 million. The second year another $20 million. $40 million. That's enough.
Do you know I'm one of the tri-chairs of the House Republican Alliance? You know that, right? Do you know we read every bill?
And you think liberals are socialists and communists?
Every
and I got a 7% on. I'm ashamed of myself.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Unless you
what did I do
unless
good?
You come from a rich city and they don't hunt, they don't fish. You want to take their gun rights away. You want to take away their liberty.
No. Don't.
That's why.
Don't get into
that
gun
is
rights.
AFP.
No.
That is American
You
prosperity.
happen to be so wrong about
business.
when it comes to guns that I'm sorry. I'd never call you a socialist or a communist.
But I'll call a liberal one. You're not like me.
You don't even want. And I'm for guns.
Did I really hurt your feelings on that?
I am for guns, but you don't even want gun laws.
Tell me, define what you mean by you're for guns.
Your guns.
Define what you mean you're for guns. What does that mean?
You do not want locks on guns. Shame on you.
Define.
In fact, people who use guns want locks. You guys from the Rifle Association don't even want
Show me
gun
the
locks.
problem in New Hampshire. You want to fix a problem in New Hampshire that other states have issues. Show me the problem in New Hampshire.
So how many people? Many people have to be killed?
Show me the problem in New Hampshire.
How many people do we have to get killed? How many people have to be hurt? And do you think if a gun goes off in somebody's house that they're going to call the cops and say, "Hey, I didn't lock up my gun and the kid shot out the lights or shot the cat"?
Well, what about the invasion that just happened recently with the kid from Maine, another one from Rochester, someone with knives? Is there a way to put knives away somewhere?
Well,
lock them up in safes?
You know, Al.
Come on, will you wake up and smell the coffee?
You know, Al.
Educate people.
When guns can go the speed of sound, we will put a law against having kids 5 or 4 years old carrying knives that can go at the speed of sound.
Show me where this is happening in New Hampshire. Where is the sky falling in New Hampshire that we have to fix this? Where is it happening in New Hampshire? Show me all these cases that you want to be the great savior and fix the gun issues. Where are the issues?
Wait, how many people have to get killed before
Where in New Hampshire is this happening?
No one has got killed by this?
In other states, accidents have happened.
No. No one's got killed in New Hampshire from that.
Yeah, many years ago, but show me.
So what has changed?
One case within the last, 50 years? 2 cases?
You guys have to.
In the last 50 years, 2 cases maybe?
You Republicans have to start thinking at least safety on guns, and you won't even do that. And in fact, you want to know how nuts you guys are when it comes to guns?
Oh, now Republicans are nuts.
Oh, no.
Now you heard them. No. All Republicans are nuts. At least I said liberals. Why would you say all Republicans are nuts?
I'm pointing at you.
No, you said Republicans are nuts.
Well, I'll tell.
we have instant-
I'll tell you what.
Can we ask the producer, do we have instant replay on that, what you just said?
I will tell you.
All Republicans are nuts.
I will tell you.
You heard it right here.
Yeah. All Republicans are nuts. You guys with the guns, all right? And you want to know why?
It's a two-way street, my friend.
No.
But
You want to know why you guys are nuts?
Because we don't want to fix something
A gun maker
that's not broken.
makes a gun. And the only way you can shoot it is with a handprint. You can pick the gun up within a second or a second and a half. It knows your print. They can shoot the gun, put it down. The kids can even play
really
with it.
stuck on this high
and
technology
you want to know
stuff.
something? That all the people who found out that this gun person, this person selling guns, this regulated gun seller had a store, etc. They almost ran him out of business just because he wanted to have a gun that a maker came up with.
I think it's a great idea.
That it would be a handprint.
I think it's a great idea.
That's how
I should have the
crazy
choice to buy
you
something like
gun
that.
people are.
No, that's not true. I think that's a great idea.
You're nuts about that.
But no.
And I vote for guns.
I don't want it
I believe
forced
in
on
guns.
me. Do you know I own a lot of guns? I have rifles, I have shotgun, I have pistol, but I enjoy shooting. Do you know my son comes to my house on a Saturday morning, he brings his Marine buddies there with their rifles and pistols and they're 45s, military style type.
45, as if you guys need 45.
And we shoot in my backyard. We have a great time. My kids have been shooting since they were young.
You shoot in
my
your
backyard, yes. Yes, we do.
So
I live in
liberals
Londonderry.
are communists.
Yes,
and
Republicans
socialists
are nuts.
And you
Republicans are nuts.
You go and you shoot in your backyard.
We enjoy shooting targets. What's wrong with that?
In your backyard.
That's the American way.
Where do you live?
Do you realize?
Where do you live?
I live in Londonderry.
In Londonderry,
Yeah.
they let you shoot guns in your
I
backyard?
can shoot in my backyard. I got plenty
I
of
bet you
space.
it's against the law.
No, it's not against the law.
It's not against the law to shoot a gun in Londonderry?
I don't live in a compact area. Do you even know? Are you even familiar with RSA 159 on all the laws on gun here in New Hampshire?
No, I have a feeling
Do you
we'll
even
learn.
know about what laws that are there here in New Hampshire?
You can.
If I was a bed man, I bet you never even looked it up.
So now, does your son bring over kids who have AK-45s and
AK-47.
47s? So they have those.
No, they don't have AK-47,
No,
but an AK-47 is
Excuse me,
legal in New Hampshire.
So they do have them, though.
But an AK
And so
is
when your
legal.
son brings his friends over,
AR-15.
what is it?
They bring over the AR-15.
All right, so they're all
it's
rifles.
like an M16.
All right, and they're
with
45s.
with a 20 or 30 round clip.
And it's in your backyard.
Yeah, I even have
and
one.
you live in Londonderry.
Yeah. I have one. Many of my. Do you know I have
lives
a?
in Londonderry.
Do you know I have a fishing game club in my town?
Can I tell you? Can you tell me what's about a mile away from your house? Anybody?
No, the round don't go a mile there. I mean, if you turn around, if you know what you're doing in shooting, I live on a hill. We have our targets down.
And you live on a hill.
I live on a hill area, and we aim down.
It only gets worse. You live on a hill.
You see, this is the difference between ignorance on guns, people, because they assume. You know what assume means? Assume means ass out of you and me. That's what assume means, okay? So the bottom line is too many people assume that the gun's going to do damage. It's not the gun, it's the person behind there. My children are well educated on safety. Many people in New Hampshire are educated on safety of weapons. That's why we have a great gun safety here in New Hampshire. That's why we want to fix something that's not broken.
When any organization, the rifle organization, any organization, do not even want to have a law when a person is not using their gun to put a gun lock on a trigger lock.
You want to know why?
You don't even want that.
Do we need a law to do that?
If you're at home, you can take it off. You may have it. But you
know I own
will
trigger
not
locks?
do that.
Do you know I own trigger locks and I have some of
And
my
you
weapons?
don't use them.
Do you know my weapons also in a lock safe? My weapons.
Well,
now
a
listen,
lock safe,
Now
yeah.
listen to me for a second.
safe is
but the thing
obviously.
is, that's my choice. If you put a law in, and a law-abiding citizen forgets to lock his cabinet, this or that, now you made him a criminal.
Excuse me, somebody
You
breaks
made it-
into your house and they take the gun and they go out and kill people. Yeah, you are responsibility.
No, my house is already
you
locked.
Are
If you broke into my house, they're going to break into the lock.
They break
into
the
my
window
safe.
and come into your house and steal a gun and go out and shoot people. That you should be held responsible for it.
Yeah, but what if they break into my house and they get
What
into
if
my
they break
safe?
into my house? What if they break
What
into
if
my
they get
house?
into my safe?
They didn't break in my safe.
You can't be
If
that.
it's in a safe.
He's got more brains than you, I think, right here. Because he's sitting there being quiet.
Look.
I can't believe it. You honestly think a secured home,
when you
if somebody
guys-
broke into my house, stole my gun, I should be accountable?
What?
What if they stole my knives and committed murder?
Excuse me.
That's okay. What if they took
Are
my
you
hatch,
using
my
a
axe?
gun to a knife?
Yes.
And, well, let's go to rocks. How about rocks?
You want to know why I'm using
How about water balloons at 100 feet up?
You know something?
How about air guns?
Have you
Just
ever
hitting a guy in
yourself?
the head with an air gun like that.
Ken, have
Will
you
you
ever-
stop it?
have
Will
you-
you guys stop
Ken,
it and understand
have you
that
ever
there
looked at
must
the
be some
statistics?
control with guns, at least gun locks, and you guys don't even want them? Gun locks? Trigger locks, you don't even want them. That's crazy. That
never
gets
said
to
we
the
didn't
point
want them.
when you people are
We
insane.
never said now Republicans are insane. Gun owners are insane now. Okay, if you're a gun owner in Nashua, you're insane. If you're a Republican, you're crazy. Okay, now let me run something by you here first of all.
Excuse me, I would like to clarify.
I have gun locks.
Yeah.
Okay, I have gun locks, but that's my choice. If I forget to put a gun lock on my gun that's in the corner,
and somebody breaks into your house
my gun,
and takes your
you're gonna
gun
make me a
and
criminal.
kills somebody, yes.
So now I'm
you
a
should
criminal.
be a criminal.
So what if they stole
So,
my knives?
No, you should
What
be
if
a
they
criminal.
stole my knives or my hatchet?
Well, as I said, if your knife can go at the speed of
What if they
sound,
stole my
we
car?
will take your knife away. So
So-
why don't you stay with a gun?
Because first you get your nose under the tent. First it's guns, then it's the
Oh.
knives. Before you
Yeah,
know
there
it,
we go.
if you
It's
blink,
apple pie.
if you blink your eye the wrong
It's apple
way.
pie
No.
after we go through the
I'm sorry.
knives.
Yeah, you want
Because
more-
you can't cut apple pie without a knife.
You know Detroit.
There is. We're going to
Detroit,
take. You're going
Washington
to. You're going to
D.C.,
get your nose under
Chicago.
the. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What does that mean? Nose under the tent.
Because it's like the camel. But eventually you have the whole camel in the
All
tent.
right. Okay. The
whole
what?
camel. The whole donkey.
You said camel.
Yeah. You
You
never
said
heard the
camel.
old saying that.
You said camel. You said camel.
Camel. Yeah. Camel. In case you're confused. Humpback. Go ahead.
You did. You said it wrong.
Camel.
Camel. Well, okay. Mm-hmm. You're an Italian.
Am I confusing you?
Yes. No. Camel.
It's not that hard.
Camel under the tent.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay, now.
I hope everybody's
let's
enjoying this.
Tell you what, I hope they are too, because you know something. You want more regulations. Can you hear me for a second? Understand? I want you to just listen for a second. You want to make regulations, okay? More regulations because of Chicago, D.C., Detroit. These are some of the highest crimes with guns that are in the country. Now, why? They have very restrictive
You know why?
gun laws.
Do you know why?
They have
Because
very-
the states right around them, gun laws are so.
That's not true.
Oh,
That's
they're
not
not?
true. That's not true.
They're
It's
not.
already proved.
Right around Chicago.
Massachusetts did a study.
Right
The
around
crimes-
Chicago, you can't buy guns
That's
cheaper.
not
You can't
true.
go across the border and buy a gun.
Yeah, but the
yes,
thing
you
is,
can.
But why in Massachusetts has higher gun crime than Vermont and Maine and Massachusetts, New Hampshire?
Oh,
How come?
I would say
How
New
come?
Hampshire has 1.3 million. How many does?
No. But
1.3 million,
but the-
1.4. So
the
that's
way
2, 4.
the
Massachusetts
FBI
has what?
statistics
5
figure per
million, 6
capita.
million, 7 million.
Wait. The FBI, the way they
Learn
figure-
your talking.
Have you ever looked
Yeah.
up the FBI statistics? Have you ever even done a Google search on FBI statistics on gun crime or crime in the country? They track this
You
stuff.
know, when 26 kids get killed, I don't have to look up too much to know that. Guess what?
And a no gun
Yeah,
zone.
and guess
where no
and
gun zone
guess,
where people
and
can't
guess
protect
what?
themselves.
I don't need a statistic. These guys don't even
Yeah.
want locks
Well,
on their guns.
You know, I think we need to move on. This is a lost battle with you because you want more regulations on people.
No,
you want to
no,
fix something
no,
that's not
no, you're
broken.
right.
You want to move to that socialism way.
Right.
You want to be like Hitler. Hitler got elected, took everyone's guns, and look what Hitler did. Look what
Ladies
Hitler
and
did.
gentlemen,
Look what Hitler
if you're
did.
a liberal, you're a socialist.
That's right.
You're a communist, and now you're Hitler.
And tell them if you're a Republican or a gun owner, what are you? You're crazy. What else? What are you? If you're a gun owner?
Okay. Say goodbye.
The truth hurts.
Say goodbye. Okay, this is our first half hour. We'll take a break. We're going to do another half hour, so we're going to have 2 weeks because next week is the 4th of July.
Right.
So say goodbye. Tell everybody.
Al Baldasaro, Londonderry. I'm in the phone book. How's that?
Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook. You can do a search on me. I have re-elect Al Baldasaro, www.albaldasaro.com. Or you can call me at my house, 425-6997. I'm an easy guy to get a hold of.
All right. My name is Ken Gidge, obviously. We're both running for political office again. You can get me at Gidge World, which is an art website. I'm on Facebook, Twitter. I'm on like all sorts of things which I don't necessarily understand how everything works because there's so much. If anybody did all this stuff, they'd have no time to work.
Yeah, well, that's true. We earn that $100.
All right. Telephone number for
here's
me,
the real Democrat.
603-864-9332. This is a real Democrat. Thank you. See you next time.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.